Hey guys, just wanted to say a few things before the video starts. First of all, yes, this is the 200 subscriber special that I've been working on for about a week now. I'd like to say thank you guys for the milestone, and I really appreciate it. You'll hear me repeat this at the end of the video, but I just wanted to say it now so everybody could hear it. This video is probably the longest video I've sat down and edited, as well as the most I've ever actually recorded my voice, so it was something new for me too, but I really hope you guys enjoy it. With that all being said, thank you guys so much and enjoy today's video. We started off our run by landing at Assurance. This moon isn't my favorite moon, but it's not my least favorite either. The weather was pretty rainy, and we started off the day by buying some flashlights. Not to mention my friend almost dying about 5 seconds into the run, and me being jump scared by the sound of this door opening. Just for there to be literally nothing behind it. After that, I got shot by a turret, which wasn't fun, and then I was kind of just decided it was time to head back to the ship. Dropped the scrap I had at the ship, and then I reunited with my friends, and we decided to try to go back into the building, but then we heard something we didn't like, so we said fuck that, and we up and left out of there, ending our first day. Oh shit. Day one wasn't a bad start to our run. Nobody died and we all got to keep our flashlights. We only left behind a total of 297 scrap and we got a grade B, but to be honest, I really think this grading system is fucked. Day two, we decided to land out at March. Unlike day one, the weather was actually clear, so we didn't have to worry about any sinkholes besides the ones that just naturally spawn on the map itself. Before we continue with day 2, let me tell you just how goated March is of a map. This map is only a tier 2 moon, meaning you don't have to pay to go to it, but it also has a total of 3 fire exits that you could leave or enter the building from. Nothing really too interesting took place during the rest of day 2. It was mainly just me looting the building without any trouble from any encounters of monsters. Although I did come back to my friends having a ferocious battle with a baboon hawk for a beehive.
Hold up. Come on, bitch. Hold up. He's camping the fucking beehive.
We ended up finding a total of 2 beehives, which we picked up before we left at the end of the day. Nobody died on day 2 again, which is really good, and we only left behind a total of 47 scrap this time, so things were looking really good for us. For day 3, we decided to land down at Experimentation. This map isn't really bad if you're new to the game. It definitely allows you to get a feel for the game without any threats besides the occasional dogs that could spawn. And like it is here, it's raining, so you will run into sinkholes, but overall it's a pretty good map and I like it. With that being said, I went about my day looting as per usual until I encountered a thumper, so I got my friend Alan to bash it over the head with a stop sign we found lying on the floor. Oh shit.
I saw it. Hey, bitch, come on. Let him come over here.
Why does he have 2 mouths? After all that, the rest of day 3 was pretty normal. We ended up finding the apparatus, and then after that we decided to leave, so we went back to the ship. We ended up scoring over the total actually, which is something I didn't even know you could do. Oh yeah, and also nobody died, which is a good thing too. Day 4, we arrived at the company building to sell our scrap, and after everything was sold, we were well over our quota. Day 5, we decided to land at Offense, and this was a pretty cool day because the game had just received the version 47 update. Day 5 also holds our first death in this run, which just so happens to be me because I didn't know they updated the thumper movement in version 47. Yeah. Where is it?
Alright, let's go.
Hold up.
Let's go on once.
What the fuck is it?
Wait, you should word it out.
I'm dead.
You suck.
Dave also ended up dying to the same exact thumper. Nothing really else happened that day, and this day ended up being pretty shitty. We only collected 95 scrap. Day 6, we landed back on March, and the day started out with one of my friends being shot by a turret, which I didn't even know who it was until he died. Yo, Alan! Alan!
Yo, what the fuck is that?
Oh wait, was that Alan or... Oh, that was Caleb that died. After figuring out who really died to that turret, I went about my day just looting the building as per usual. I eventually went back to the ship after I thought I had everything I could find. We thought about going in, but then we saw forest giants, so we just decided not to take our chances and just leave. Day 6 was a pretty good day, apart from the one death we had, but we were able to recover the body, so we didn't lose any money from that. Day 7, we decided to land back down at March. You're going to see a lot of March in this video, because like I said earlier, it's my favorite moon in the game. Nothing really too interesting happened, just besides this scare I had with a Coilhead that surprisingly didn't kill me, but left me critically injured and had me freaking out.
Aiden, how far are you from main entrance?
I almost died. Holy shit, I got so lucky I didn't get one shot by the Coilhead.
Since I was already critically injured and didn't want to risk dying, I just spent the rest of the day bringing stuff back to the ship, and after we got everything, we just decided to end it there. This was another great day for us. Nobody died, and we got a decent amount of scrap. Day 8, it was about time for us to sell our scrap again, so we headed to the company building and ended up selling everything, and we were way over our quota just like last time. Day 9, we finally decided to land back on Assurance, and it was pretty chill for the most part. Really, the interesting part came at the end of the day, which I'm not even going to go into detail. I'll just let you see it for yourself.
Hey, motherfucker. Back the fuck up. Back the fuck up. Back up. Back the fuck up, bitch. Back the fuck up. Hey, where my gang at? Where my gang at? Where my gang at? Where my gang at? Where my gang at?
Hey, come on,
Hey, motherfucker.
Where they
Hey,
at? Where they at?
motherfucker.
Where they at?
Hey,
Where
motherfucker.
they at?
Hey, motherfucker. Hey, motherfucker. Hey, motherfucker. Gotcha, bitch. Oh, goddamn, run. Run. For Alan! Die! Die, motherfucker! We gotta kill this motherfucker.
Kill him.
We gotta kill him for Alan.
Alan.
It's under the... Hey, motherfucker!
Where's it at?
Come here, bitch!
I gotta shovel it up. Okay.
Oh yeah, get him! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
For Alan.
Oh yeah!
Bitch!
Yo, I'm critically injured.
I don't think...
I'm critically injured.
Is... Why the fuck did you kill Dave?
Besides the incident you just saw take place, day 9 wasn't that bad of a day. Day 10 we went back to March and it was raining this time, but we really should have went somewhere else because we couldn't find jack shit this day and it was pretty lame. With even a second attempt we had at entering the building to try to find some stuff we may have missed, we really couldn't find anything, so we just decided to call it there for the day. Yeah, nobody died, but this was a pretty bad day in general. Day 11, you guessed it, we landed at March again, but this time it was actually a pretty good day. We had no encounters with monsters, and we were able to find a bunch of loot, including the apparatus. Dave was the only person that died for some reason. I don't even remember how he died. Day 12, we were at the company building to do exactly what you just guessed, sell our scrap. After we sold everything, we were again well over our quota, and you might be thinking, since we're always so over our quota, how does this run ever end? Well, let's just say things didn't go according to plan.
Here we go!
Day 13 was the first day we finally decided to land down on a tier 3 moon, and I'll admit, this place had a lot of scrap to collect, and we actually ended up looting up until we found a jester.
Wait, did you guys explore already?
I ended up sticking around for a little bit because I had the Freebird mod installed and I wanted to hear that legendary song. We ended up trying to go back through the fire exit to find any scrap we may have missed, but we encountered a Coilhead, so we just decided it was time to go. Day 13 wasn't bad, but it could have been better with the amount of scrap there was. Day 14, we landed back on Titan, and I realized I forgot to give my description of this moon the other day, so I'll do it now. Like all the other tier 3 moons, Titan is a very high risk, high reward. But Titan is probably my favorite out of the other two because of how close it puts you to the main entrance and the fire exit. Like all other tier 3 moons, your chances of seeing monsters like the Ghost Girl and the Nutcracker increase, so I really would go into this place prepared. The rest of day 14 was pretty chill, and I ended up looting until I found a jester, so I kinda just left after that.
Jester!
After returning to the ship, I checked up on both Caleb and Alan, and they ended up dying to that jester because they couldn't get out in time.
You haven't been watching them?
I was watching you. I
Alright.
thought they were fine, so I did
Teleport them.
I completely forgot about this part, but I went upstairs to go grab some stuff we missed out on, and I ended up dying in the stupidest way possible.
Fuck it, we fall. God damn it!
With how many people that did die and how much scrap we could have ended up getting, this day wasn't too good in my opinion. Day 15 was the third day in a row we landed at Titan, and this day was pretty interesting because we ended up getting the mansion layout instead of the original one. This day was pretty fucking boring because upon entering the building I saw the ghost girl, which means I had to basically leave and just stay on the ship the whole day.
Hey, I gotta go. Hey, somebody take my stuff. Ghost girl. Somebody take my stuff. Somebody take my stuff.
Okay, I got it.
Upon returning to the ship, I closed the doors thinking that was gonna do anything.
She's a ghost. She's just gonna go through the door.
The rest of the day was kind of just me waiting out my inevitable death.
Oh, yep, it's my time has come. Goodbye, everybody. I'm gonna try to stall. Get away from me. Help! Ah!
Oh my god!
My death also led to Alan and Dave dying as well. We ended off the day and did pretty terrible. Day 16, you know the deal by now. We sold our scrap, and despite all the bad days and all the deaths we had, we were still like way over our quota somehow. Day 17, we decided to land down at 7 Dine. Now, while I do prefer Titan over this moon, there are some good things about it, like how it's cheaper to go to. One thing I don't really like is that it's easy for newer players to get lost, but if you just follow the lights, you should be fine. Even with it being a tier 3, I went about this day just being pretty unbothered, picking up stuff I found. Upon returning to the ship to drop off some of the scrap I picked up, I figured out Caleb and Alan died to a nutcracker. After picking up everything that was left outside of the building, I realized I probably should have maybe attempted to go back into the building to grab some extra stuff, but time wasn't really on my side, so we decided to call it there. If you haven't already caught on, you'll kind of see that us having bad days is a reoccurring thing. This is something I hope to fix if we ever do another run like this, but just get used to it from now on. Day 18, we returned to 7 Dine in hopes of a better day. Today was just like any day, really, just looting the building until I encountered a monster. Thankfully, this time it was a Coilhead, and with a friend, these things aren't too bad. Unfortunately for me, I was exploring solo at the time, and there just so happened to be a Nutcracker in the next room. I didn't want to take my chances with dying, so I just had Ulysses teleport me out of there.
Okay.
Are you downstairs?
Yeah. Fuck. God damn it.
Nutcracker!
Tell Alan he's near you.
There's a Nutcracker. Yo, this isn't good.
No fucking shit.
Teleport! Just go ahead, fucking teleport me. Teleport me.
After returning to the ship, I figured out Alan ended up dying to that Nutcracker, but thankfully Caleb was still alive. So after we reunited, we went back to the building to grab what we can before we ended our day. We encountered that same Coilhead again, so Caleb volunteered to stay and watch it while I went and gathered everything else. I couldn't grab everything on my first trip, so I went back to try to grab it, but I encountered that Nutcracker again, and I didn't want to take my chances with it.
Nope.
With not much time being left and that Nutcracker guarding our stuff, I just told Caleb that we should probably leave, and we ended up making it back with just seconds to spare. At the end of the day, we didn't do too great. I think if I would have grabbed more of the stuff, or if Alan just never died to that Nutcracker, we would have had way more total scrap value. Day 19, it was our third day in a row returning to 7 Dine, and I started off my day being greeted by a turret.
Jesus.
What the fuck?
Fucking crap. Anyone get in?
No, I'm good.
While looting, we encountered a thumper, but luckily Alan had a shovel, so he just killed it with no problem. Later on in our day, we encountered yet another Coilhead, so just like the other day, Caleb volunteered to stay and watch it while we kept looting and left.
Hey, I'll stare at him. Y'all loot. Hey, I'll stare at him. Don't.
Okay.
Upon returning to the ship, we were just going to teleport Caleb so he wouldn't have to leave the building with a Coilhead breathing down his neck. Me and Alan grabbed everything we could, and I ended up also grabbing Caleb's flashlight so he wouldn't lose that. Whenever we finally left the building, we heard something from Ulysses.
Ulysses, teleport Caleb.
Caleb just got ganged on.
What?
He's dead.
No, he isn't. He's alive. He's staring at the Coilhead. Just.
No, he's dead.
After hearing about Caleb's death, we decided to just start carrying stuff to the ship, and it's probably best we did because, again, we made it back with little to no time to spare. Day 19 was actually a really good day for us, and it was thanks to Caleb that we were able to come out with so much. Day 20, we returned to the company building to sell our scrap, but this time we did things a little different. Rather than just selling everything and surpassing our quota by a lot, we ended up just selling the minimum so we could have some scrap carry over to our next quota. Day 21, we landed back on Titan, and not too long after entering the building, I got jump scared by a Nutcracker crawling out of the vent. Nutcracker just spawned on me! Nutcracker! Nutcracker! I ended up spending a good bit of my day here, and I got tired of waiting for it to leave, so I just got Ulysses to teleport me back to the ship. Although I wish that Nutcracker just killed me, because the way I died later on today is just dumb. God damn it.
Why are you guys stupid as fuck?
With all three of us being dead, we didn't really collect much for day 21. Day 22, we found ourselves back on Titan. This day I actually ran into like 0 monsters whatsoever, so it was pretty chill. The only part where I was actually at risk of dying was the very end. Go!
You're fine, you're fine, you're fine.
Day 22 wasn't terrible. We ended up gathering somewhat around a third of the scrap there. Caleb ended up finding a way to die, although I never ran into anything, so I don't know what he died to. Day 23, we were back on Titan. Everything was actually going really good throughout this day. Nobody died so far, and then there's a ghost girl. You know the deal here. I was forced to retreat back to the ship. Over time, Caleb and Alan eventually died somehow, so in a last-ditch effort to maybe recover some scrap we still had, Ulysses decided to go out. Ulysses only lasted a total of about 5 seconds outside of the ship, so to avoid a team wipe and loss of scrap, I took off. Well, it was a pretty boring day for me. Day 23 wasn't terrible. Day 24, it was time to sell our scrap again. We did the same thing we did last time with selling just the bare minimum so I could carry scrap over. Also, I thought this would be cool to mention, but we got to the point in the game where you got over 1,000 for your quota. Day 25, we went back to 85 Rend. Ulysses wasn't playing with us today, so I was the one on camera duty. There's really not much to go over whenever you're on camera duty, but hey, nobody died, so I guess I'm a pretty good cameraman. Day 26, we were back on 85 Rend. Gotta admit, it was pretty nice being back outside collecting treasure rather than just stuck watching the cameras. That was until I got caught lacking by this Nutcracker.
I found it in over here.
Did you? Oh, thank God.
Whoa!
Nutcracker on 80 Dave. Nutcracker on 80 Dave. Dave, the Nutcracker's on 80.
After that, it was pretty much downhill from there. Everybody else died except for Alan. Even Caleb found a way to die, and he was on cameras for the day. At this point, I'm not even going to start calling the days bad anymore, because I think they just speak for themselves. Day 27, we went to 85 Rend again, and this time it was actually pretty interesting. I started off my day completely being jump scared by a mimic.
Oh!
Oh! Also, today was the day I figured out these guys could actually laugh for some reason. I don't know. I was really confused by it, too. I've never heard it until now.
What the fuck is that laughing?
Anyways, Dave bashed it over the head with a shovel, and after we did that, we found another one! After we killed it, we stopped by the ship to drop off some scrap, and then we returned to the building. Upon entering the building, I was greeted to a Coilhead. I was the one that volunteered to stand and watch it this time so my friends could go grab the extra scrap we had. After they grabbed what they needed, there wasn't much time left, so we went back to the ship. I ended up dying to a dog on the way there, but it was whatever. And it was at this point in our run that we achieved the impossible. We had a good day! Day 28, we sold our scrap again. And I realize these days are kind of bland, and I don't know why, but the game does actually count them as days. Maybe in my next run, if I do one, I'll try to find something to put on these days. Day 29, we actually landed at March, and this was a really nice change of scenery, I'm not gonna lie. I found myself kind of lost just wandering around the map, but I did end up finding a beehive that we could use for extra revenue at the end of the day. Once I finally made my way to the facility, I was kind of just wandering around there too. I couldn't really find anything. It just so happens that whenever I did find something worth value, I got my neck snapped by the bracken.
Oh, god damn it!
We ended up grabbing 2 beehives at the end of the day, and we actually ended up scoring over the scrap value total. Day 30, we decided to land down at offense. This ended up being a really short day for me. I'm just gonna let you watch the clip. I don't really feel like describing it. At some point in the day, Dave ended up joining me in the afterlife, and so did Alan. Besides all that, we ended up collecting most of the scrap, and I'd say it was a pretty good day. Day 31, we decided to land down at March. I wasted no time getting to the facility, and whenever I was in there, I found myself exploring pretty deep into it. The only problem is that whenever I was ready to leave, there was a spider blocking the only way out. Whenever I say I sat here forever, I really mean I sat here forever, begging for help over the walkie-talkie for someone to teleport me.
I am surrounded by enemies.
You gotta look at the brighter side of things.
After what felt like forever, I did eventually get teleported out of there, and we eventually called it a day. For a day where I was mostly just sitting in the building, we actually nearly cleared the whole thing out, so it was a pretty good day. Day 32, it was time for us to sell our scrap. This time we cut it really close. We nearly sold everything, and we barely escaped the quota. Also, just like our over 1,000 quota achievement, I'd like to point out that this was the day that we got an over 2,000 quota. Day 33, we landed down at 7 Dine. Day started out normal as per usual until we encountered a Nutcracker.
Nutcracker, Nutcracker!
Alan finally wanted to kill that thing so we could finally get its shotgun, but then I proposed the bright idea of...
No, Alan, we gotta get the stun gun.
I'm just gonna let you see how it all panned out.
Stun.
It's not working!
To explain myself, I thought this thing had more range, but I guess not. In short, this day was pretty fucking terrible. Day 34, we were back on offense. If you thought me being trapped the other day was bad, let me tell you, this was 10 times worse. I was literally stuck here the whole day. Me choosing to skip over this day is actually me saving you some time in your life that you could spend time with your family. Anyways, yeah, this day was pretty bad. Moving on. Day 35, we went back to March. This day was pretty chill. I mainly just looted as per usual. I did end up encountering the Bracken, but I just ran away from it. I attempted to jump over a thing, and I slipped off and died. Eventually, everybody else died, and there was only one more person left, so there was only one last thing we could do, and that was end the day. While everybody else did die, we did nearly clear out the planet, but there really wasn't much scrap here to begin with. Day 36, it was time to sell our scrap. After we sold everything, we came up extremely short. Unfortunately, if you played this game or if you've watched videos, you know what happens whenever you come up short. Before this video ends, I'd really like to say thank you if you watched to the very end, and I'd like to also say thank you again for 200 subscribers. It really means a lot to me that I've been able to hit such a milestone, and even though it may seem small to others, it's a really big one for me. So thank you guys. Now enjoy us getting launched into space.
Let me prepare our defenses.
Door the fucking doors.
As you have not been proposed, your performance has
Wait.
been postponed.
Put in place now, hurry.
Welcome to our disciplinary process.
Wait, did we...
Ah!